What is happening today, guys? Welcome back to Trap Trades, and today we're going to be going over ticker symbol AMC, and I have a very exciting video for you guys today. We actually blew up on Twitter last night, getting reposts on the chart that I'm about to show you guys in the monthly. I stayed up until 3 a.m. doing some DD analysis on AMC on the macro picture because I had noticed a while back that we saw the Bollinger Bands being tighter than they've ever been since 2019, 2020. And so for me, that raises questions of what the broader macro position looks like, what we have an opportunity to do, why now? There's so many questions that can be asked, but AMC is positioned uniquely strong and bullish right now, and I couldn't explain it fundamentally, but what I do know is that the chart looks ready to do something once in a generational, honestly, like for AMC stock. The last time you had something like this was 2020, but I want you guys to blow this video up. I want you guys to share it and post it on all your social media because the word is not out. No one's talking about the potential AMC has right now, and I'd like to see us blow this thing up because AMC needs to come back. But let's get into the chart here, guys. On the monthly, this is back from Genesis. This is from the IPO of the stock. You created this bull or a bear channel here that you traded in and respected the top and the bottom. Now, when you broke out, consolidated on it, and then confirmed, you absolutely sent. You went insane. And you broke back in, you absolutely knifed. It makes sense. You went to the bottom of this trend. And if we fell down, if we failed to break out here, you could expect to come back to the bottom of this trend. Bottom of this trend being around 130 to 150 area of resistance and support. Now, on the monthly here, you're poised to do something that could potentially break you out of this long-term consolidation range. Now, what I'm going to say is that you are within this triangle or wedge formation, and you have 4 months left, 120 days, about 90 trading days left to break free. Now, you are showing strength. You've been showing strength as of recently, and I've been covering that on this channel. But if you go and you turn on the Bollinger Bands, that's where we're talking about. If you get above this channel and you get above this midline, you are going to become squeezy. You are going to have this begin to bulge out, and you will potentially test this uptrend or this resistance trend at $14 to $20. That will happen if you can get stupid here and you can mount that midline on the monthly, because the Bollinger Bands, commonly referred to as the squeeze bands, are tightening and they're showing a lack of volatility within a range. That's when they get tight. Think of a rubber band expanding but reverse. When that rubber band snaps, it hurts. It hurts shorts. So when this rubber band begins to snap, and price action becomes more volatile, you have more buyers or sellers stepping in either direction, it will become volatile. This is one of the largest time frames that you can have the Bollinger Bands be as tight as they are. And for them to be as tight as they are is, in my opinion, significantly bullish. Whoops. There we go. In my opinion, is significantly bullish because the last time you were this tight was back in early 2019. You did dump, but keep in mind, right, you actually had a cross down on the monthly MACD. Right now, when you talk about confluence, you are green on the monthly MACD. You're green on the weekly MACD. And that hammer candle looks so nice, man, on good volume. You can't make this stuff up. People are going to try to FUD, but this thing is doing something stupid and is ready to run. You look at the quarterly. You look at the quarterly MACD, an indicator that cannot be lied to. This thing is truth. Last time you curled up was December 31st, 2020. You began to see a curl up in price action. You are currently seeing that curl up now while in a wedge with gap fills to the north, with the Bollinger Bands tighter than they have almost ever been. This is not a drill. Truthfully, this is kind of eye-opening for me. And so we have 1 quarter, 3 months, 4 months until you see what this thing can do. But truthfully, it could happen sooner. Let me tell you why. You have GameStop, our boy Jimmy over here, GME, has been trading absolutely flat. Holy Toledo, that looks weird. Has been trading absolutely flat. Let's take off the Bollinger Bands. In this bull pennant. And so you have a gap. You have a gap to the north. But you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks that you could possibly trade to the pinnacle of this bull pennant before you make a decision if you want to go down or up. Now, GameStop, if it did break up, is going to $100. It just is. That's the price target of this bull flag. So if GameStop is going to $100, I don't have to tell and explain to you guys what AMC is going to do. This is a huge, huge opportunity. Now that crypto shorts are getting annihilated, people are going to roll their profits into risk-on assets. And this play here that GameStop could potentially create, whether it's news-based or just fundamentally chart-based, GameStop is looking to break higher. It's going to happen within the next 3 months. So when that does happen and GameStop breaks from this wedge and goes to $100, AMC could realistically, very, very realistically, with the strength that it is showing right now, break above 4, get above the Bollinger Band midline, get above the Bollinger Band midline, begin to test at the top of the Bollinger Band at 5.7, and then trade higher and squeeze up to 14, 19, 47. Once this thing starts rolling and people start to pile in, it's not going to stop. And if it does, it's because the company announces a share offering. But truth be told, that might be the best thing that could happen for this stock at $43 is a share offering so that you can fundamentally change the company for the better, pay off debt, and do the same exact thing that GameStop is doing. Reinvest into crypto, change your brick and mortar. This can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, for me, the way that I am going to play this move, because this move is imminent, it's going to happen, I am going to put my stop loss below $3. You can put it below the all-time low at $4.30. You can do whatever you like. But I'm looking for, let me zoom in here. I'm looking for a retest of this uptrend at about 290. So let's say I buy in at 290, it retests this trend, or I buy in at $3 and I immediately put my stop loss at 3. Then realistically, as long as it holds this uptrend, I should be in the green. But if it breaks below, that's where, boom, take profit or sell out. And you'll be covered in case this thing does dump from this triangle pattern and goes to make a new all-time low. That would be the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, with a lot of this bullish volume, this bullish momentum that is swinging to the upside, stock market doing all-time highs, Bitcoin all-time highs, altcoins are beginning to run, is you break from this pattern, go to the 50-day EMA, and then you're off to the races. That is the best case scenario for our girl Amy here. Because I do believe that this pattern will break up. It is only a matter of time. And when you zoom out, to give you guys perspective, The last accumulation pattern before squeeze into the bull market was a double bottom. You are now within the double bottom formation. The move in January was 931%. That's if you time the bottom. If you had the chance to time the bottom or get dang close to it, and you could take this stock from $3 up to 43, up to $10, the previous all-time low is a 248% move. Up to the next gap fill at $19 is a 547% move. Up to $43 is a 1,300% move. You're telling me if you had the opportunity to get in on the January squeeze before it happened and take that ride, you would say no. I personally am going to take minimal risk for potential upside here, and we're going to see what happens. But that's my DD on AMC stock. I think it is primed to make a move. So please, please, please share this video. Please repost this video. I want to get the word out there. The word is out on Twitter, but now we got to spread it on YouTube because it is looking primed for more upside. It looks like it wants it. It's green 10% on the day. And that's just the beginning. I expect this gap to fill, like I said, come back down here, $3 to $90. Once that gap fills, GG. All right, guys, you know what to do. Like, share, follow. Peace.